Hey guys, it's Justin here with Run Penguin Nation, and we're here with
Avery Foster.
And what did you just do?
I was just defeated in top 16 by Danger Thunder Dragon.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, but good, congrats on topping. What deck did you play?
I played my Field Spell Orcust deck.
Oh, sounds interesting. Do you want to get right into the profile?
Yeah, we'll get into it. Actually, Ed started this. People won't really watch the shoutouts at the end, so I'm going to do this right now. Shoutouts to SSD, best team in the game. Jam1 TCG, go sub to them on YouTube. I'm so angry. Here's the guy who made the deck with me, Deuce Myatt.
So you guys is it the same list?
Pretty similar.
Okay. It's pretty similar.
You could just, if you want, you can just come in and you just talk about cards and change.
Yeah, just say whatever you need.
I'll just say what. All right, cool.
All right. Yeah, he also lost in top 16, playing almost the same list. The deck was crazy. Yeah, we're on shoutouts. Shoutouts to Deuce because we made the deck together. Took forever together. It was amazing.
Yeah, I think it was the most we tested it for an event like this.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
Yeah. Shoutouts to Mark St. Romain, Alex Bergeron, Aaron McInnes, all the people like we just regular test with, All Santonio, Drew Johnson,
Quinn Brown.
Just the list.
What were you guys' records after Swiss?
We were both X2.
Yeah, we finished X2. I lost round 1 to Draco, and I lost in time to Thunder in round 6.
I lost round 10 to Striker and round 2 to Crusadia Kaiju. It wasn't good.
I think we kind of called out like what the field was pretty well, but we didn't. Have you done the list?
I've not played a card yet.
Okay, so like we didn't test like the mirror match between each other, and that might have been a mistake because we didn't think we'd play in the exact mirrors that we played,
But Jeff and Max played a pretty similar idea.
You'll see.
Yeah. So this is my Field Spell Orcust deck.
Okay, let's get into
Something I did that he didn't do I played a 5 danger package.
Okay.
The reason I chose to play it this way is because I felt like no extender did the same thing Nessie did. Because Nessie did the same thing as any other dark extender in just being a monster on board if it needs to be. But it's also a card that just is really good going second because it just makes it so that all of your nightmares and twin twisters and cards like that can activate and you don't run out of resources because you have to play your other extenders. So I played this package, and then these are just good, but they're not Nessie.
I chose not to play any dangers. That's the only difference in our deck. I chose to play a card he shows later was Triple Destrudo.
Okay.
I chose to play Triple Destrudo instead just because Destrudo is always a level 4, so it makes the Time Thief easier. And the only thing that Destrudo didn't do was act like the exact same as Nessie, but my deck's also 40. So I think that was like a big perk, was like I was at 40, I got to see like cards like Twin called by like more consistently. And then just Destrudo, I felt like did the same thing as most of the
because Destrudo is better than either of these cards. I just valued Nessie high. Yeah.
Did you ever fare Colossus with Nessie though, versus like just having the guarantee?
So game 1, I mean Thunder's rough if they just win the die roll. That deck kind of just beats everything if they win the die roll and get to combo like through no hand traps, because we didn't play any hand traps. Was another thing, because we felt like the only deck that did something so oppressive that we couldn't win was Thunder, and even then we did have a chance at winning, but you'll see why later. But there's just not a need for hand traps because I'd just rather have an extender against Salamangreat or Striker or even the mirror. So I played Dangerous, he played Destrudo, and then just about everything else was the same. Double Trickstar package, that's standard. For the Orcust engine, standard lineup. There's a reason everyone plays these.
If you play 2 scouts and you're crazy.
You play 2 of this if you don't know how to play the deck. If you play more than like 4 or 5 matches, you shouldn't need this. I played a slightly bigger PK lineup.
This was very good for me.
Yeah, so we learned that whenever you're pushing through cards, this acts as an extra body, which helps. Whenever you hard draw these, it makes it easier to do redoer plays, which helps. And just, it makes it so that if you only play 1 and 1 on these, if you draw either copy of these, then you can't do the regular combo.
Your combo becomes like way too weird, and it's just not.
Yeah, and you can argue if you draw like this, it's okay, but yeah, you just start losing out on cards. And this deck sometimes like takes them past turn 1 because the deck's resources are unlimited. So in theory, you can resolve Rusty multiple times too. But the big thing is just the fact that like you just continuously have cards. And then something we did that other people weren't really doing was Destrudo, and then we didn't play Connector. Instead, we played 3 Foolish cards. Big reason you play Destrudo is because it makes it one card combo with any of these, similar to how Connector is. But Connector is worse going second. Connector is bad versus impermanence as opposed to this plays their impermanence. And you can say like, oh, if you negate impermanent or if you impermanence this, I stop. But if you have Connector plus an extender, that's what you need to beat a hand trap anyways, because otherwise they're just going to hand trap the Connector. But if you like aren't hand trapping Connector and you're hand trapping this, you're still on one extender, so that's what you need either way. But this happens to beat impermanence. It beats Widow Anchor better. Post side, it sends Shaddoll Dragon. It's more versatile because it can just do more things in your deck than Connector can.
Also, Connector just never beat impermanence. So like,
yeah, you could have two extenders and Connector, and it didn't beat impermanence.
The only way you beat impermanence is if you drew Orcust cards, and this card is drawing an Orcust card. So, like, if you just don't draw Orcust cards, you don't win the game.
Because if they just hold impermanence, hit Mermaid off Connector, and you just don't have an Orcust card, then, I mean, you just stop. And even if you have two extenders, the best you can do, if you play Space Insulator, is make a Rusty with Double Slogblade, and that's just pathetic.
With the increase of gnome right now, would that be a consideration?
We did something different post-board. We chose second post-board, so we never got gnomed, like, ever.
That's fair. So he punished them for siding.
The only deck we were iffy on choosing second versus was Thunder and Pendulum, but I never chose second against those decks. Avery did in top 32 and he won, but I don't think it's like the best thing, but it's still kind of up in the air, but we chose second against like the field.
Okay, so a player on gnomes.
It beats gnomes. You'll see cards later that makes you play through Lancia better if you're going second. All your cards get more value if you're going second.
Also like the triple harp because it plays out of the hand trap the mermaid, because if you hard open it, then it just punishes.
Yeah, and the idea is these are more copies of harp.
Correct.
So like we can play through cards like Widow Anchor and stuff better, especially cards like Light Stage. So we played 3 Institution.
Anyone who didn't play this card was just crazy.
Yeah.
This is the best card.
Yeah, I summoned Window a lot with this, but I also summoned the other target, which was Thousand Eyes Restrict, a dumb amount.
That card is
because it just traded with negates, it turned off Ray and Striker Links. If you summon it into Salamander board and they have Roar, Rage, or Vayware, they have to stop it there. So like your Institution starts trading with their negates, and like this is supposed to be a 1-card extender, and it starts like eating like cards by itself.
It just trades, and if you're trading with the Orcust deck, you're just winning because your cards like your combo requires like no cards to work. So if you're trading card for card, you're just winning.
Yeah, so this card was just unreal. It's also just a card that plays through Lancia. Foolish, card's decent.
It's probably the most underwhelming card in the deck.
I don't know if I'd cut it, but yeah, it gets sided out. Card's really good. It's a copy of Harp, but it's an extender that doesn't do much whenever you're already playing. But I don't know, like it wasn't bad.
Would you
like
consider it for like a scrap recycler maybe?
I liked my normal summon. Right now in our deck we have Candina, Light Stage, Terraforming, Grepher, Armageddon, Rhoda.
Really, the only normal summons are Grepher, Armageddon, and Candina, because Light Stage you can choose for it to be either.
And even then, Grepher you can choose, which is an extender instead of a normal summon, and Rhoda's an extender instead of.
You play 3 Nasi and
So in reality, the only normal summons that had to be normal summons in our entire deck were Armageddon Knight and Candina.
I think it was just nice never having a normal summons problem, so it was just good.
So the Foolish was good. Recalled by the Grave.
Chef, my guy Albany's, just move the card out of the way.
We played Twister, good versus the field. Yeah, it was just really good. The reason why we called the field spell deck is we played 2 Terraforming, Set Rotation, Mystic Mine, Babel, and 3 Light Stage.
So,
Mystishmian.
Okay,
yes.
So like to make it simple, I think all of these are like staple.
All these are kind of normal. Some people don't play 3 of this, but we realized we just wanted to see this in every hand.
Every hand was just insane. This card, I think we just compared to Goki, like this is just magical midbreaker field. Like if you go second, you just like it's just better though. Like so you actually have a chance against like the Mirror and against Thunder and Salad.
Pendulum and stuff like that. If they open like ridiculous boards like Dweller stuff.
That was like the biggest problem. You got like Dweller against Salad. It's like really hard to win unless you draw Instant Fusion. So like this is like another way we can win against Salad because we just like wait out the Dweller essentially. Whenever we play against Orcust, it's the same thing. Like you just throw as many cards as you can and then Mystic Mine, or you can use Mystic Mine as like a bait for Crescendo and then play. So
it also just like, even if you don't get to play it in like a crazy way, as in like play it like Midbreaker Field, at the end of a combo, it just gives you a chance to win the game, as opposed to there's so many games where if they just open Unbreakable Ward, you just get Unbreakable
Also,
Warded.
if you resolve that against Thunder, you just win the game. He decked out someone in what round?
I decked out 4 different people.
Yeah, he decked out like 4 different people.
I played against 6 Thunders over the course of the tournament.
They activate Second Light, and then we're just like, oh, okay, and we mine, and then they
You stole all your cards with them and then mine them.
Yeah.
And we had another copy of this.
This card like single-handedly won me my top 32. It won me too many matches. Like,
Yeah, this card's just crazy.
The staples.
This is a classic. This is for redo.
I think the only thing that people are considering is maybe cutting a Fog Blade, but I think it comes up like your Rusty being able to resolve twice comes up. Just drawing Fog Blade's not too bad if you like resolve the combo. Just having like more stops like that is just never bad.
Yeah, I mean, I side one out a lot.
Yeah, I think we side out like the boots and the Fog Blade out a lot, but
And also, if you are to open boots, you can get to all 3.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you can get to all 3, and that's kind of nice. So it beats like the best possible Thunder hands.
Exactly.
Another thing, we were going for
Oh yeah, we
crescendo
never
over babble.
Yeah, we never babbled like blind. We never babbled. We'd always crescendo because crescendo's better than the mirror. It doesn't lose to Called By. It doesn't lose to Twin. And that was huge. I think like not losing to those cards like made our deck like just better than.
It also
like,
gave it
the
a
way we
first.
played was just better than everyone in that sense.
It also gave it a for sure follow up because this adds an Orcust card, as opposed to Babel, which you have to attach Skeleton if you do it that way.
You're never gonna get the 2 pops off Babel. You always have to attach.
Yeah,
Like,
unless like you think you're killing them next turn, you always just have to attach. In which case, you only get 1 pop. And if I'm valuing 1 pop, I'd rather have a negate and a banish over 1 pop. So side deck, continuing with the theme of field spell deck, we played
auto-win.
an auto win against Sky Striker and Mind deck, which turns off all of the back row here. It makes it can't summon Ray back.
And if they mine, it turns off all their hand traps.
If they mine, it turns off mine, and if they have mine, it turns off every single card in their possession.
It's literally Mystic Mine versus Striker. It's the same.
We wanted to side more, but we realized like with terraforming the set, we have 4 copies of this card basically.
We also just realized our Striker matchup just wasn't bad ever, so we just didn't have to draw this card to win most of the time.
Also, if you like get them Babel and they play over it, you can just give back Babel on your turn. It's never done with
I think I usually game Light Stage most of the time.
Yeah. One more Mystic Mine, just going second, because we chose second to on cards going second. The side deck was crazy. We sided.
These were nuts, yeah.
We kind of overside against Thunder because we actually have 10 perfect cards that come out because we have 7 cards that search in our deck, and we have 3 Twin Twister. So you deadass just sided 9 and 1 for 10 cards. I feel like if you draw any of these, you usually win the game.
This breaks the entire Thunder board unless they play Phantasme
or Crystal Wing. Because that's how Faisal won, is he played Crystal Wing, so I couldn't beat him with Electric plus mine. But most of them don't play Crystal Wing because it's just like kind of worse than Swiss. But if you make it a top cut, it's just good.
It also beats like the Crusadia deck, stuff like that. I don't think we sided Virus for like anything else. We didn't side for like the mirror.
Yeah, because it eats 2 negates by itself, or if they mess up, it eats 3, because you have to target Hot Red, and then if they let that resolve, you out Hot Red, Harbor, and Egg. Or if they don't let it resolve, they have to then chain Egg, bouncing their Hot Red, and then you're just staring down a Hope Harbinger in your deck that summons Cerberus before comboing.
And then
like,
this is just even better because most of them didn't even play like Goliath or anything like that, so it's just got so much value. It was just crazy.
Yeah, this card is wild. Card is good. Only deck I was scared of was Thunder. So.
The only deck I think we disrespected I think 2 decks.
Draco.
It was Draco.
And to an extent,
we actually
Pendulum.
just had no cards for Draco besides Shadal Dragon and Pendulum. Pendulum Droll was the only card we had for Pendulum.
Okay, and we decided this.
This is disgusting.
So for the same reason everyone is playing Light Stage, this card is Light Stage, but it actually pops the card, a monster on board, Foolish Burial, and then if you choose to link away Winda, your card goes back to hand, so you just have cards. So like several times I activated Shadal Fusion and stuck Winda, but more often than not, I just activated Shadal Fusion, stuck a Winda, summon a monster, or special summon a monster first, did that, and then linked away the Winda, and you just have a full follow-up, you push through hand traps, you clear a back row, and you have your card back in hand. So
this is hands down the best card in the side deck.
Yeah.
Also, like, if they negate this Aurora and you have 2 copies, you can play it again because it negates the activation.
Or Crescendo.
Yeah.
or anything.
Or Crescendo.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't come up for me, but yeah, that was just crazy. That was my favorite card in the entire deck. Every time I drew that card, I won the game. More ends. If you know, you know.
You'd rather not know. For Avery's sake, you'd rather not know.
Oh yeah.
He just really likes Pokemon cards. He
Yeah, it's his favorite Pokemon card. Let's go with that.
Yeah, it's insane. Galatea.
Shout out to Noah.
Shouts to Noah and Aaron for playing 2. Apparently, they just play better than us and don't need 3.
I played a 4th one.
Yeah. Yeah, I played Alondrisu, not because I need its effect, because I like having all Orcust cards in my extra deck. So I guess I just play like an ape, because they just don't need them.
There's only 1 card difference in here.
I played 2 of this, 1 of this, 1 of this.
Don't cut this card. A lot of people say to cut this card, but do not cut this card. If you just don't know how to like kill the deck if you cut this card.
Yeah, so like if you have the combo plus any 1 monster, whether that be a harp, a wand, or like a dangerous institution, whatever, it's no TK. Institution targets. Redoer.
We didn't play Savage. This is just better than Savage in every instance. So
Over Savage, the strike into
yeah, exactly.
Also out to mine.
Yeah.
It also just like better if you get hand trapped, because it's hard to Savage well if you get like gnomed, or like I know you don't get gnomed often, but like in weird scenarios it's hard to hand trap well.
Yeah.
Like this card just plays through it better than Savage does. We both played all 3 of these cards.
I didn't miss any more of these.
I didn't need any extra copies of it. Some people play multiple of this, but we play all the foolish cards, so you just don't need them. The place where we differed, I played Nightmare Unicorn. I summoned it 1 time, and it was good when I summoned it.
I played Space Insulator. It was like a quote-unquote 4th Galatea because we had no other like Link 2s to really go into. But I mean, I didn't summon it once. I summoned it a lot in testing. I never needed this card. So
yeah.
I guess our extra deck was technically like 14.
Is it fair if you get hand trapped to make Rusty afterwards?
Yeah, so
Yeah,
that was like the big
that
thing.
was
So
what
if you
I
got like
kept
hand trapped on Mermaid and you had like additional extenders, then you could just like Rusty still, but it just never came up. I honestly didn't get hand trapped that much the whole tournament. I think a lot of decks I played were like playing combo, or like the Mind Striker deck. I didn't play against a lot of like hand trap decks.
So all in all, deck was crazy. I already went over all the shout-outs.
Yeah.
Team's most important one, Corey Cody, y'all are nice.
Shout out to
Jam1, TCG. Yeah, it's just like go subscribe to them. They are nice. This YouTube channel is very alright, but yeah, like go subscribe there.
Hashtag Ramping Nation.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Alright, yeah.
Alright,
That's
well,
it.
This is Justin from Ramping Nation, and see you guys.